Kentman. What's up, Sega lovers? It's your boy Kentman, bringing you back another video from my channel Sega Collecting. And today's video is going to be actually a little more fun. With the Hypersonic Forces coming out and with all the characters in there, I was wondering who is the strongest character in the Sonic franchise. So I compiled a list of top 5 strongest Sonic characters, and also to note, I will be only covering the games, the core games of the series. So I won't be using sources from the comics or cartoons, and I will only be focusing on the main core Sonic games. So games like Sonic Boom will not be included in this list. And lastly, I will not be including Sonic Forces since it is not out yet, and we don't know the full details of everyone in the game. So if you do agree or disagree with my list, let me know down in the comments down below. If there is nothing else, enjoy the video and let's have some fun with the top 5 strongest Sonic characters. Number 5, Silver. Now you might be wondering why Silver is so low on this list. With his psychokinesis power, he can manipulate the environment around him. His telekinesis power is so strong, he can lift several tons of his natural weight, but it's still unclear of how much he can actually lift. Silver is so strong he was able to reach a stalemate with Shadow the Hedgehog and even brought Sonic to the brink of death. Silver is able to achieve the form Super Silver, which doubles his power from his original form. Now you might be thinking, if he is so strong, why is he still low on the list? As powerful as Silver is, he will lose focus if he uses his psychokinesis if he is caught off guard or if he is hit by a surprise attack. If he overuses his psychokinesis, Silver can become extremely fatigued. Silver is a long-range fighter. He constantly needs to keep his distance from the enemy, as he needs a few moments to concentrate for an attack. He will leave himself vulnerable for hand-to-hand combat, which is more than enough time for Sonic and Shadow to get the job done. Also to note, Silver only defeated Sonic when he was distracted by something else, and since Silver achieved Super Silver by borrowing the powers of Sonic and Shadow, we can't really say he can achieve this on his own. Number 4, Knuckles. Knuckles is physically the strongest character in the cast. With his superhuman strength, he can crush massive boulders, punch through solid steel, lift and throw things several times his natural size. He can punch the ground so hard he creates tremors in small volcanic eruption. Knuckles can run at a speed to keep up with Sonic, when Sonic is not running at his top speed. Knuckles can also achieve the form Super Knuckles, a super state that surpasses his normal state. However, this form consumes a lot of energy and it requires rings to maintain it. He can go one step further of reaching Hyper Knuckles. Hyper Knuckles shares some of the same similarities to Super Knuckles, but at a higher level. Knuckles has many weaknesses. Some to note is that he is very dim-witted, which makes him very easy to be tricked. Also, his anger can get the best of him and cause him to lose focus and act rash. Number 3, Blaze. I know what you're thinking. How is Blaze stronger than Silver and Knuckles? Well, let me explain why. Blaze the Cat is arguably one of the strongest female characters in the Sonic roster. With her pyrokinesis, it gives her the ability to create and control fire at any way she desires. Blaze can conjure up flames at any place or all over her body for various offensive effects, such as turning herself into a burning projectile, forming a cloak of flames, or increasing the damage of her blows as she attacks. Like every Sonic character in the franchise, she can run at super speeds. With her flames though, she can use them to propel herself forward, increasing her speed and giving her the ability to fly for a limited time. Blaze can harness the powers of the Soul Emeralds, which are similar to the Chaos Emeralds, to help her transform into Burning Blaze. In this state, all of her abilities are increased, which you know the drill. She gets strong, she gets power, blah 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 blah. She's able to fight better than she did before. Now you might be wondering, how does this give her the edge? Well, the reason why is because, as I said before, Silver and Knuckles can lose focus in the middle of the fight. Blaze, on the other hand, is usually highly disciplined and never loses focus. She never allows herself to lose control and is able to use fast reflexes and high speed movement to get around her opponents. The way she would be able to defeat Knuckles is the fact that since he is a powerhouse, he is very slow in his attacks, stated by Sonic that he can be defeated by anyone that is faster than him to predict his movements, which is why Blaze would be able to defeat him because of her fast reflexes and high speed movement. And she would beat Silver in pretty much the same way. She would wait for him to lose focus and get up close for some good hand-on-hand combat. And then you're probably saying, well, Silver can actually fly. Well, so can Blaze, kinda. She can jump for very long distances and land perfectly. She can do tricks while being airborne for a long period of time. Also, she can do top spins and axles while she's jumping on the ground. So she is pretty hard to hit and pretty hard to deal with if you're fighting her. So this is what makes me believe that this will give her the edge to win the fight between Silver and Knuckles, because she just has all these advantages of winning a fight. Number 2, Shadow. Alright, so for my number 2, you guys already knew he was on this list somewhere, and you knew that he was going to be on this list, so let's just get it out of the way. For Shadow. Now, there's not really much to say about Shadow that we don't already know. Shadow is pretty much the answer to Sonic. He is the second most powerful character in the series because he just is made to match Sonic toe to toe for speed, to power, to everything that he does. He is supposed to match Sonic. Now for strength, he doesn't match up to Knuckles' strength, but he does have superhuman strength to where he can overturn large objects many times his normal size. He can turn up buses, trucks, large slabs of concrete, and many other things that he can just throw larger than his normal self. Shadow can adapt into the powers of the Chaos Emeralds. He can use such techniques such as Chaos Control, which he can use to manipulate time and space. Also, Chaos Spear allows him to throw bolts of chaos energy at his opponents, and his most famous move is Chaos Blast, where he sends off a shockwave of chaos energy to eliminate his opponents and everything around him in range. He also can use this as an alternative move if he focuses energy as a constructive beam. What makes Shadow so powerful is that he never loses his cool. He never shows any emotion to let people read what he is doing. Shadow is a very brutal fighter. Not being resistant to use powerful hand-to-hand combats, he will do what it takes to win the battle. Shadow is also able to turn into Super Shadow, a super state that increases his normal abilities by 10 times. Also, it increases his chaos powers to its maximum potential. Shadow is able to adapt to 2 different forms. Hero Shadow, which he uses the positive energy of the Chaos Emeralds to increase his power when he thinks of justice thoughts. Also, he's able to do Dark Shadow when he uses the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds when he's thinking of fueled intent that only lasts for a short period of time. So why is Shadow number 2? Well, I will let you know after I reveal who is number 1, which you probably know who it is, which is Cream. Cream is the strongest character in the Sonic franchise. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Remember, keep staying alive and keep running fast. Deuces! No, I'm just kidding. Don't, I'm just messing with you. Cream is not the strongest character in this franchise. I'm sorry, I just wanted to play a little trick on you guys. Number 1, Sonic. Now, the true number 1 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, this is not just a biased opinion because he's the main character. It's just a bunch of facts that I found that makes him the strongest character in the Sonic franchise. As I stated before, we don't know the top speed of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's still unknown of how fast he can actually run. But the speed that we do know within game, he can run at 6,711 miles per hour. Then that is pretty dang on fast, if I do say so myself. The reason why Sonic is number 1 on this list is because he's the one that pointed out everyone's weaknesses. Sonic is the one who stated that Knuckles is very powerful but very slow when he attacks. He also pointed out that Silver is very powerful but leaves himself open to hand-to-hand combat. And when it comes to Blaze, Sonic is the only person that knows that Blaze has a temper. It makes her make harsh and bad decisions and can leave her wide open for many attacks. And lastly, when it comes to Shadow, there are many things that make them alike. Spin Dash, the same. Homing Attack, the same. Sonic Dash, the same. They are so alike, they are pretty much the Goku and Vegeta of the Sonic series. But there was a few small things that I found that make Sonic a little better than Shadow. First, Sonic was able to use the power of the Chaos Emeralds only after days of seeing Shadow use it, and with only a fake emerald. That is impressive enough to even convince Shadow that Sonic is a worthy opponent. Second, Sonic has defeated many powerful foes such as giant robots, demons, godlike beings, flying through space, surviving in space, and going through space and time in different mini tasks that he defeated. Shadows even stated that they needed Sonic's power to help defeat Iblis. And finally, Shadow admitted that Sonic is faster. Only by a little bit, but he is faster. Well, there you have it. There's my list of the top 5 strongest Sonic characters. Did you agree with my list or did you disagree with my list? Let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to know what you thought of this video. Also to see your point of view of who you think the top 5 strongest Sonic characters are in your own opinion. Now, this video was super hard to do and super fun to make because I love doing all the research for the video to learn all these different abilities and what they can do. Now with Sonic Forces on the way, this list can change and I might do another one if this video gets a lot of feedback and a lot of positive messages from it. So if there's nothing else, guys, please give this video a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. It lets me know that you are enjoying the content. Also, please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, more top 5s, more Sonic videos, more unboxing, more collecting tips, and much more on the way. Thank you so much for all the support that you give me. Thank you for almost 600 subscribers. I can't thank you enough for that. And as always, remember to keep Sega alive and keep running fast. Deuces!